Hello guys, a very good evening to all of you. Welcome back. So welcome to Testbook Regulatory Bodies. So guys, in this particular session, we are going to continue with our management descriptive discussion, right? So today's topic is generally based on perception topic. Very important, and so many times you'll see questions around the perception, or it can be linked with some other topic also, right? So it can be linked with decision making or the leadership style and all. Okay. So like what type of questions you guys can face in your upcoming examination and how you should frame your descriptive answer for that particular one, that we are going to discuss in this one. Okay. I hope you guys are following these particular one on regular basis. So please do mention into the comment section about your attendance, and if you are facing some specific issues with some specific topic also, so you can also share the name of those particular topic. So next time will we come up with a descriptive topic based on those particular one itself, right? So today's question, let's have a look around the question first. Okay. So today's question is about the individual differences in perpetual mechanism stage of perception. How do personality, predisposition, and bias affect the selection, organizing, and interpretation of stimuli in organizational setting? Okay? So when it comes to, basically, this question is based on the perception process. So when we comes to the perception process, it has four stages. First one is perpetual input, then आपका perpetual mechanism, then perpetual output, and the final one is behaviors. Within that entire process, the question is about your perpetual mechanism. Okay? So perpetual input is basically the scanning the overall environment, where basically perceiver, they generally scan the entire environments. Then we have perpetual mechanism. It includes three major stages. One is selection, another one is interpretation, sorry, organizing, and third one is interpretations. So which is also mentioned here: selection, organization, and interpretations. These are the sub phases of your perpetual mechanism, right? So now see what happened. Like let's say I'll give you a basic example. Okay. So when it comes to the entire process, let's say this is the person who is making perception about the target. Okay. Let's say this is target. Okay. So this is called target, and this is the environment. This environment can be office setting, or it can be the social circle and others. Okay. So while as a perceiver, when they make perception about the target or the objective or the other person and all, okay, so we generally follow some like they say first one is selection. Then while we select things, we generally select according to our interest areas or our motives and all. Okay. Second one, when we organize things, okay, from those particular selection, while we categorize things, we categorize as per the what is our motive with that particular target and all. Okay. And interpretations is based on your past experiences and all. So sometimes there is, like we can say that there is some sort of biasness. ठीक है? तो हमारे जो experiences हैं, हमारा जो motive है, हमारे जो interest areas हैं, they generally affect the overall आपका selection basis in everything. ठीक है? तो and it is differ from one person to another. ठीक है? It is totally based on the personality, and personality have some sort of uniqueness. तो ये कहीं ना कहीं descriptive काफी अच्छा आपको help करने वाला है. ठीक है? So first we will be introducing the topic, then we'll talk around these three sub areas of your perpetual mechanism, and then finally we'll conclude this one. Okay? So start with the introduction part, guys. So perception is a subjective process influenced by individual differences. Individual differences means uniqueness in the personality itself, right? So perpetual mechanism involve three key stages: selection, organization, and interpretation. See, this question was आपका for 10 marks only. That's why we हमने यहाँ पे ज़्यादा आपका डिटेल में इसको डिस्कस नहीं किया. But if it is for let's say it is for 15 marks, means 600 words, then you can explain the entire process also. Okay, that I gave you a basic introduction in the आपका with the question itself, right? So individual differences such as personality, cognitive style. Cognitive style is your reasoning ability, how you apply the reasoning while you study things or while you make perception about the target. Your past experiences and bias. ठीक है? Bias like we have we do sometime like stereotyping, halo effect, horn effect, and all these kind of things. ठीक है? Significantly save these processes, especially in organizational settings. ठीक है? This is the basic introduction. Now we'll come to all the three stages. First one is selection. So individual filter information based on personal relevance, prior experiences, and emotional state. Like a risk, we have given some examples also. A risk averse manager may focus on potential threat in a business, while a risk taker may emphasize the growth opportunities. ठीक है, two different type of personality. एक आपका जिसको risk saver kind of बोल सकते हो, जो कहीं ना कहीं उस पर्टिकुलर प्रोजेक्ट के अंदर व्हाट आर द रिस्क इन्वॉल्व, उनको देख के आपका परसेप्शन बनाएगा. अनदर वन इज हु इज अ रिस्क टेकर, who will see the growth कि कितना रिटर्न हो सकता है and what are the growth opportunities with that particular action and all, they'll consider those one. ठीक है. Organization, it is something आपका how we like in selection basically we select things. Selection is generally done on the basis of like it can be if anything is bigger in size, if anything is movable, ठीक है, और if anything विच इज लाउड. तो ये सारी चीजें जो हमें अट्रैक्ट कर रही होती है, ठीक है, तो कहीं ना कहीं उनके बेसिस पे हम सिलेक्शन करते हैं. देन वी इन सेकंड स्टेज वी ऑर्गेनाइज थिंग्स, सीक्वेंस हम बनाएंगे कि दिस कम फर्स्ट, दिस कम लास्ट, इस तरीके से. दैट इज ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. ठीक है. सो पीपल कैटेगराइज इंफॉर्मेशन यूजिंग scheme and mental frameworks. Like employee with negative past experiences with leadership may group all managers as authoritative and untrustworthy, even when faced with the supportive leaders also. Okay? They have that kind of experiences. Okay? Third one is interpretations, okay? Where after that sequencing, which we have done in your organization part, again. So we generally try to reach some outcome. Okay? So that is something, your interpretations, which generally lead to the perpetual output, your feelings happy or sad or आपका good bad ऐसी वाली जो feelings आएगी वहां से. ठीक है. So cognitive bias, your abilities, reasoning abilities, personality predispositions affect how individual drive meaning from those particular organizing functions. ठीक है. So a highly optimistic salesperson may overestimate customer interest, leading to misjudgment, sales forecast and all. That can be some sort of issues with this particular one. Okay? So now how to make a balance and kahin na kahin the final part of this particular question, which is get explained in this one. Okay? So personality and bias significantly influence perception in an organizational setting. Confirmation bias can lead to employee to favor information that support their pre-existing belief while ignoring opposing evidences. So when it comes to confirmation bias, it is something like हाँ एक छोटी सी लाइन देख के आप या यू हैव डन दैट पर्टिकुलर थिंग इन पास्ट, सो ये भी आपका हो जाएगा दैट काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स. ठीक है. द हालो इफेक्ट इज बेसिकली इट इज after observing some positive characteristics we generally make decision. ठीक है. तो किसी एक पर्सन के एक पॉजिटिव फीचर को देख के आपने उसके बारे में डिसीजन ले लिया. So our horn effect is just opposite of this particular one. Based on one single negative characteristic, you are making judgment about that particular person or target. ठीक है. So halo effect cause individual to overestimate someone's overall competence based on a single positive trait. Attribution errors occur when leaders blame employees for poor performance without considering external factors like market conditions and all. ठीक है. Attribution errors is something, अगर good हो रहा है तो हम अपना क्रेडिट ले रहे हैं, अगर बुरा हो रहा है तो यार we are blaming to the others. ठीक है. Stereotyping, basically it is a group judgment based on the group. ठीक है. Like let's say if a person belongs to a community, what is the perception about that community. ठीक है. So similarly we form perception about that person. ठीक है. तो अगर उस community का perception अच्छा है तो वो person अच्छा है, अगर बुरा है तो बुरा है. अब इट इज नॉट नेसेसरीली कि अगर एक अच्छी कम्युनिटी के हर कोई बंदे अच्छे होंगे या एक बुरी कम्युनिटी के हर कोई लोग आपका बुरे होंगे. ठीक है. दैट इज द वर्ड, बट दैट इज समथिंग विच जनरली अफेक्ट आवर परसेप्शन ऑल्सो. सो स्टीरियोटाइपिंग रिजल्ट इन प्री कंसीव्ड नोशंस. सो बेसिकली जो धारणाएं होती है किसी के बारे में एंड सॉरी अबाउट कलीग्स बेस्ड ऑन द डेमोग्राफिक और रोल अफेक्टिंग वर्कप्लेस interactions. Additionally, risk perception differences lead to entrepreneurial individual to view business risk as opportunity, where conservatives employees may perceive them as a threat. ठीक है, तो risk perception पे आपका like one can see कि if the risk is higher, higher will be the growth. Another one is जो थोड़ा सा conservative से they'll see कि like risk है यार, there is some sort of threats, maybe we'll lose more, so that kind of things आपका. ठीक है, so that's the one. Now the summary portion. ठीक है, so individual differences in personality, cognitive bias and experiences play a crucial role in how stimuli are selected, organized, and interpreted in the workplace. Recognizing these influences can help organization to reduce perpetual distortions and improve decision making, teamwork, and leadership effectiveness. Okay? So, if we recognize these stimuli and what is the reason or logic behind the decision making and the do's and don'ts, and if we generally take care around the like the personal bias during the decision making, and if you avoid those particular one, so we can have a better decision. Okay? So this is all about your perception things. Perception is again very important topic. So many times you'll see the question for objective as well as descriptive questions. Okay? So perception एक ऐसा चीज है like that is a regular part of the business. ठीक है, सो लोगों के अंदर हर एक पर्सन का अलग अलग पर्सनैलिटी होता है एंड दे हैव अ डिफरेंट set of perceptions toward the different same objective. Okay? So two person they can have different set of opinions about a objective. Okay? So that is something like sometime there is some sort of misjudgments. ठीक है, ये misjudgment आपका होते हैं bias के through and those biases can be reduced if we are aware about those particular things. ठीक है, तो ये एक हमारा छोटा सा टॉपिक आपका. I hope you enjoy this particular one. I'll see you next Monday with another topic and we'll continue this kind of practice. So you guys can regularly follow these particular one and they'll help you to make your understanding about descriptive writing also. I hope you guys are doing well with your phase 1 examination also. Again, so soon you can expect RBI notification. Like we recently got PFRDA notification. So now the season is on. तो अब आपको अपनी स्पीड को थोड़ा सा बढ़ा लेनी है. ठीक है, और फोकस होके स्टडी कीजिए एंड इफ यू नीड एनी हेल्प फ्रॉम आवर साइड प्लीज फील फ्री टू कनेक्ट. ओके गाइज, सो दिस इज इट फ्रॉम माय साइड. थैंक यू फॉर जॉइनिंग दिस सेशन, थैंक यू फॉर वाचिंग दिस सेशन. Bye bye, take care all and all the very best for your preparation guys. Thank you.